If you clicked on this video, it's because you want release from self-doubt, anxiety, and exhaustion of a life that feels like it's going nowhere. Whether you're stuck in the 9-to-5 grind or just disconnected from what you're truly capable of, and you want financial freedom, a clear sense of purpose with unshakable confidence. This is for anyone who's procrastinating and overwhelmed, which is preventing you from taking action. Or you're recognizing that you have a fear of failure and you're constantly questioning your worth, but just don't know how to get over to the other side. And it's normal to feel unprepared and stuck, even though you've tried so many different things. So pay attention, because I'm going to show you the difference between someone that never makes it and someone that can achieve their goals, and how you can apply what we cover in this video so you can be one of the ones that make it. I'm going to teach you the 3 steps you need to take so you can take advantage of my proven inner awareness framework to rewire your mind for success, so you can become one of the people who will scale to 6 figures. I'm also going to tell you where most people fail when trying to grow, and what you need to do to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes others make that keep them stuck where they are, not able to progress forward. Even if you have no experience with mindset shifting, trauma healing, or any spiritual practices, you can still create a life where you're empowered, aligned with your true calling, and achieve your biggest goals before it's too late. And look, I always try and be as transparent as possible. That's how I've been able to help thousands of people worldwide. No one can guarantee that you're going to reach financial freedom, unshakable confidence, or a life filled with purpose, because honestly, it's all about your own level of commitment and how badly you want it. But what I can guarantee is that what you're about to see are the results of average everyday people's transformation who are using the simple framework I'm about to show you. Just like Marissa, who after her first week gained so much clarity and awareness that she was finally able to understand her triggers and start giving herself what she's always needed, which led to increased confidence when dealing with other people without losing herself, and began to set healthy boundaries, attract more meaningful relationships, and feel empowered in her personal and professional life. Or Karina, who after her divorce used the inner awareness framework to resolve and heal her trauma as she gained clarity of her inner world, orchestrating her thoughts and evolving her mindset to create her own progression into becoming a coach so she can help others do the same thing. Or Katie, who after learning how to use the inner awareness framework was able to recognize which parts of herself had really been holding her back from creating a strong online presence so she could build her business. Now she has more confidence in creating the kind of content that she was always afraid of creating. The beauty of this framework is that it's not complicated. It's designed for everyday people like you and me. It's not about magic pills or instant miracles. It's about real step-by-step changes that come from understanding yourself and taking consistent action. So if you're curious how this can work in your life, how you can silence the voice of self-doubt that's been holding you back, break free from the emotional weight of past experiences, resolve the anxiety that's stopping you from moving forward to scaling your business to 6 figures or even more, or finally feel confident and clear in your decisions so you can create the life you've always wanted, this is for you. So, in case we haven't met, I'm Arian. I myself was stuck in a 9-to-5 software engineering job, crippled by self-doubt and anxiety. I knew deep down that I was destined for more than I was actually doing. Feeling my potential fading away as my skills were being used to make someone else more money, I started to try everything I could. Books, meditations, therapy, but nothing worked. I was learning new ideas and hearing other people's stories, but nothing was really changing. Not my mindset or even outcome. I just felt like I was learning stuff again, retaining it in my head. I felt like I was back at school, and I hated school. And one night, I snapped. And in that, I realized that the problem was so much deeper inside. So I started going deeper. I learned how deep my inner world really goes and how it connects to every single thing that I do in life. Truly, every single thing in my life. I started to truly see the reasons why I have anxiety, why I didn't post on social media, why my body would go so tight and my breathing increased every time someone asked me to contribute to a conversation at work. I started to see why I cared about other people's experiences more than I did my own. I started to see the truth. And from seeing that truth, I started to actually see a much more deeper, more concerning truth, that most people haven't seen what I've seen within themselves. I started to truly understand what it means when people say that most people in the world are asleep, because I was until I wasn't. And I instantly started to experience the huge benefits of having the clarity and knowing what to do with it, which is why I created the Inner Awareness Framework. It changed everything for me. I quit my job and launched my business because I finally discovered how to find my confidence and purpose from within without trying to hack my mind or lie and gaslight myself. Up until this point, I was constantly looking for these things outside of me. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. That's why I'm here making this video. If you're looking to rewire your mind so you can take advantage of this new world we live in and build wealth, gain your confidence and find your purpose so you can either stand on a stage and inspire thousands with your message, or even run a live webinar and connect with your community, and to do it without having to spend 12 or more hours a day for years making the same mistake over and over again, banging your head against the wall over and over again, running into the same traps over and over again, and not understanding why things never change, and doing it without having to live in anxiety and waste your energy dealing with everyone who's constantly trying to pull you back down to their level, then this short video is for you. So let's get straight into it. These are the 3 steps you need to take so you can master your mindset, so you can truly change your behavior and achieve the goals you've set for yourself. Step 1, awareness. You have 2 states of awareness. You're either aware of something or unaware of it. For example, you are completely unaware of what is behind my camera right now. You know what's in front of it as you can see it. Seeing what's in front of the camera has brought that information to your awareness. But let's talk about how this relates to your behavior. Specifically, the fear of failure. Now, there are different levels of awareness when it comes to behaviors. The first hurdle is recognizing that the behavior is there. Many people don't even know that they have a fear of failure. Then knowing that they do is the first level of awareness of that behavior. That awareness is additional information for you. So let's move on to the next level of awareness when it comes to this specific behavior. Now I'm aware I have the fear of failure. And here is where most people fail. This is where they stop. This is where the people who can't scale their business to 6 figures remain. That's why it doesn't work for them. Most people become aware that they have a behavior and then try and change it. They try to change it by forcing themselves to stop behaving like that. And I'm going to tell you a secret that will make no sense to you, but will change your life forever. So listen up. Trying to change a behavior by forcing yourself to change that behavior does not work. I know that sounds crazy, but if it did, then the behavior you're trying to change right now would already be changed by now. The way we actually change any behavior we have, like the fear of failure, is by going deeper, by becoming aware of why this behavior exists in the first place, where it came from. I have a fear of failing because as a child, every time I did something that people around me defined as wrong, I was punished for it. When I didn't get the best grades, my caregivers were disappointed in me. My experience with failing at anything always led it to being unsafe. So now I have a fear of any possibility of doing something that might fail because I don't want to experience that unsafety that I have experienced so many times in my life. Now we are at another level of awareness. We have more information, and with more information, I have more to work with. I understand myself better, which means I stop beating myself up in my head as much. I stop beating myself up in my head as I know this is from the past. It makes sense, so I can allow myself to be more understanding towards myself. And look, I hear you. How do I change this behavior? Which is what leads us to the next step. Step 2, validation. I'm going to keep this very simple because this is honestly one of the most important things that you're going to learn. The reason that your internal world is so heavy, which is draining you, whether that's keeping you in burnout or making it so you cannot put the effort you need to into your goals, is because of a continuous state of internal invalidation. Invalidation of the realities you're trying to escape from because you've either been told to do so or that's how you learn to keep yourself safe. For example, I shouldn't be scared of failing is an invalidation of the parts of yourself that are scared of failing. Your heaviness is from you unconsciously invalidating yourself. Now, this is something I go much deeper into in the framework. But keeping with this example of the fear of failure, any behavior you don't want to have, you unconsciously make wrong to yourself. The I shouldn't be scared of failing is making your fear of failure wrong. And by making it wrong, we are invalidating it. We try to quiet it down by pushing it away. I'm going to change my behavior by pushing away how I feel. I shouldn't feel the way that I do. But remember, in step 1, the way we change it is by understanding it. And the only way we can understand it is by validating it, allowing it to be there and going towards it with curiosity instead of trying to change it. And now by having an awareness of it and validating it, we can go to step 3. Step 3, integration. Integration is something you need to do at all levels of self-discovery. I cannot stress this point. If you want to completely catapult yourself into your desired reality, you have to learn what integration is and how to do it. Integration is the resolution of the experiences we have had in the past that cause us trauma. And if you think you have not experienced trauma, then you don't know what trauma is. Again, this is something I go much deeper into in the inner awareness framework. So you become aware of a part of yourself that has a fear of failure. Through the validation and acceptance of that part, you become aware of why the behavior of being scared to fail exists within you. And now, because you have so much awareness of this part of yourself, you can integrate this part, resolve the unresolved trauma that created this specific behavior. By resolving the behavior through integration, the next time you try to do something where it would trigger your fear of failure and stop you, you will be able to move forward without the same level of anxiety or fear pushing against you. And the more you integrate the other parts of yourself, the less the overwhelming feelings will get. And this isn't just for the fear of failure. It's for any and all triggers that come up. You see, your triggers are actually trying to get your attention so you can integrate these parts of yourself and be able to grow into a confident version of yourself so you can create the life you deserve. By learning how to integrate any and all parts of yourself is how you're going to build that unshakable foundation of emotional strength, which will allow you to navigate through life's challenges with ease. This is how you build your confidence up. You'll gain crystal clear insight into your inner world, which will empower you to make the decisions that are more aligned with your authentic self. This is how you melt away self-doubt and replace it with the kind of confidence that propels you towards your dream. Your connections with others will deepen and flourish as you show up as your most authentic, integrated self. And most importantly, you'll uncover your profound sense of purpose, allowing you to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. The reason side hustles don't work is because you're copying what other people are doing, what they like to do, and what they find fascinating. In order to be fascinated and driven to do what you love requires you to find your authentic passion, because you are unique. And the only way you can do this is through understanding your authentic self. The only way to do that is to become aware and integrate all of the parts of yourself that you're currently unaware of that carry the behaviors that stop you from moving towards your truth. By simply having the tools to go within and do the real work, it will empower you to reach your goals. It's more about learning how to do it than it is the person. What I mean by that is you don't need to be this guru or this healer or anything, because it's how you work. Trust me, I didn't know any of this stuff. And by simply learning how to do it, I started to see huge changes. This is how you work as a human being. It's not crazy science or woo-woo stuff. You can do this, even though you're doubting yourself, because it's how you work. And everyone that I have taught this to has also been able to do it as well. Remember, the first step is awareness. So congratulations, you've just taken the first step. But I hear what you're thinking. How can I get results like these? Like the people that you've seen in this video? Well, the first option is that you take the information that I've given you today and really just try and figure it out for yourself. It's definitely a viable option, and if you think that this is the best suited for you, please go ahead. However, know that you'll most likely lose some valuable months or even years trying to figure everything out on your own. And long term, it's probably going to take even longer if you end up down a path of learning coping techniques that stop your growth, which is what the mainstream communities are still to this day pushing right now. Your chance of quitting goes way up because you don't ever see real transformation and changes. And that's pretty much why I created the Inner Awareness Framework, a program where I take you by the hand and explain these very complicated concepts in a very understandable way. I show you exactly every single thing you need to do to go from feeling overwhelmed by your triggers, stuck in self-doubt, not having the beliefs in yourself to be able to create the businesses you want or even the relationships you want, to confidently navigate life's challenges with clarity so you can discover your truth and purpose, and being able to put yourself out there without feeling like an imposter or allowing the fear of failure to stop you from trying something new, so you can continue going until you achieve your dreams in record time, no matter how big they are. Now, that's your second option, choosing to join others down a path with the best success stories. Every single success story you've seen in this video has achieved what they have through these teachings. We take complete beginners with no previous experience in inner work and transform them in 6 weeks by using this framework, so you can resolve the deepest part of yourself that have been holding you back without even knowing about it. And every time you go to post on social media or host live webinars or start your business, and you hear those parts of yourself come up telling you that you're not good enough for this, or other people have already done it, or no one is going to listen to you, or even people are going to make fun of you, then you will have the tools that you need to be able to do what you need to do with these parts to resolve all of the self-doubt that comes up. Because when you do it with help from experts that have already walked the paths you're trying to walk on, it's only going to go faster and ends up being permanent because you're learning resolution. A bit of well-placed advice can get you unstuck and give you confidence by having a proven process to follow. So if you've got a couple of minutes, let's look and see what's inside this program. Now, the inner awareness framework you're going to learn is what I teach you in Beyond the Shadows. This is not just a standard course. It's the most powerful, result-focused learning experience you'll ever encounter, period. This course is composed of over 4 hours of bite-sized, understandable, non-aggressive training video, with each module having a presentation video and an exercise video to make sure you're progressing each week. This program is broken down into 6 modules. Module 1 is understanding trauma and connection. In this module, I teach you what trauma is and how common it is in your life. Once you understand what happens in the moments of trauma and how it impacts you, and the coping mechanisms you adopt, is essential for completely evolving your journey through self-integration. Module 2 is what a belief is and how to change it. Your reality is shaped by the beliefs you hold without even realizing it. And it's so important to bring these beliefs into your awareness. In this module, you'll understand what beliefs are, how they're formed, and why they even matter so much. You'll learn how to change the ones that aren't serving you anymore. Module 3 is feelings and emotions. Through this module, you'll gain the most valuable insights into your emotional self you've ever experienced. You'll explore how your feelings and emotions influence what you need and understand how to understand the internal communication with yourself. This is how you increase your emotional intelligence. Module 4 is becoming the observer. In this module, I'll guide you to the part of yourself that's always been there, even if it feels hard to grasp. You've never experienced this part of yourself before. You'll learn about the observer inside of you and actually experience it. And you're also going to get one of my most powerful meditations with this module. Module 5 is integration. The whole point of this journey is for you to get to know your emotional self so you can deal with the hidden aspects of yourself. These are the parts of you that carry the deep pain, that often feel like out of control and we are completely unconscious of. This module is about bringing those parts in and creating lasting resolution. This is what healing is. Plus, you'll get to watch a live healing session, which is basically giving you a front row seat to see how it works and what it can do for you. And module 6 is parts work. By now, you've picked up enough know-how to really start making some true changes. And I mean life-changing changes. But internal conflict can throw a wrench in the works and sometimes needs a slightly different approach. That's where parts work steps in. And trust me, it's a total game changer. It's one of the most powerful tools you'll ever get your hands on. And look, if you follow what you learn in this program, you'll soon be like Katie, who's got so much more confidence by doing the inner work and is able to put herself out there on social media so she can scale her coaching business by attracting the right client. Now, to make this whole experience even easier and more valuable for you, I've added bonus content to each module. Each week, you will get free access to bonus Q&A lessons where I go deep into answering questions about whatever specific topic you're learning at that stage. Now, I was always against charging low prices for result-oriented programs because honestly, the less you pay, the less you're committed to getting results. And that's why our higher level programs for people who are already on the entrepreneurial self-development path cost anywhere between $5,000 to $24,000. Now, as I said, these programs are already tailored to people who have reached the six-figure marks and are looking to hit higher levels. But after months of trying, my team convinced me that we need to make the inner awareness framework accessible for people who are just starting out because they are the ones who need it the most. Now, the program was first set to sell at $3,500. However, I know that this price will be out of reach for far too many. So that's not the price you're actually going to be paying today. In fact, it's not even half of that. I decided that when you enroll in Beyond the Shadows today, instead of paying the full $3,500, you're going to get it for only $1,111. And that's not all. Right now, for you, this is a one-time payment for instant access, and I'm going to tell you why that's great. Soon, we're going to move to a yearly subscription-only basis. Eventually, we will be moving this program into our new system that is currently being built right now by our developers. The reason I'm building this new system is so that I can give you the best experience possible to help you along your journey, whether it's self-discovery or learning how to generate that six figures for yourself through deep self-exploration. Because somewhere in the near future, I'm actually going to make that $1,111 a yearly subscription. But for now, you're pretty lucky. And let me tell you why. By locking in this price now, whenever we make that transition to the new platform with the yearly subscription-based payments, you will still have lifetime access to Beyond the Shadows. I mean, eventually, I'll even be taking this video down because this specific offer won't even exist anymore. Today's really your best bet. I mean, look, even in a few weeks from now, this offer might not even be available anymore. And it would have already moved over to our yearly subscription model. And remember, right now, as we're living in today's world, we're living in the best moment in history to start your business that is aligned with your passion and what you find fascinating. The only thing that's stopping you from achieving that life is you. There has never before been such a huge opportunity for everyday people like yourself to earn 6, 7, or even 8 figures with their own business or brand as there is today. Now, this means the more you wait, the more you're missing out on growing and becoming that version of yourself that can create that abundance of wealth, and you could be getting paid today by new clients. And whatever your service is, whether it's coaching or an artist, or you want to provide a service for someone, people are already spending money on other people for that service. So if you're not the one getting paid, they're simply going to be paid to someone else who decided to take action instead. So you can either be the one taking the action yourself, or you can be the one sitting back watching other people succeed. The choice is yours, really. So if you want release from self-doubt, anxiety, and exhaustion of a life that feels like it's going nowhere, to be able to create financial freedom and align with the sense of purpose with unshakable confidence, click the button below this video and get lifetime access to my inner awareness framework now. I want to thank you for sticking around till this point, and I want to remind you that this year there is so much opportunity out there, and it's yours for the taking. The thing you need to truly focus on the most is you. Hopefully our paths will cross at some point and you can tell me all about your transformation. Have a great rest of the day.